Okay, good morning, students. Coming to the next topic in the subject of computer graphics, we study the introduction of the curve. Okay, basically, we can use the two approaches to draw the curve line. Okay, first one is curve the generation algorithm, and next one is a DD algorithm. There is two algorithm. First one is a curve generation, and next one is a digital differential analyzer algorithm. In this approach, we use the true curve is created. And second approach, we have to consider the approximated by the number of the small straight line segment. This can be achieved with the help of interpolation technique. First, we have to discuss the DD algorithm for generating the curve. Okay, basically, what is mean by curve? The curve is a infinitely large set of points. Each point has a two neighboring except the end point. There are two type of curve. First one, three types of curve. First one is explicit, implicit, and parametric curve. What is mean by DDA? DDA means digital differential analyzer. In this, we have to created the true curve. The true curve is considered as approximated by the number of small straight line segment, and this technique is achieved with the help of interpolation. What is mean by interpolation? We have to discuss in the next session. First, we discuss the DDA DDA curve generation algorithm. In this, we have to use the curve equation to draw the arc in the angle parameter. In this case, we have to consider x is equal to r cos theta plus x0 and y is equal to r sin theta plus y0. In this diagram, we have to consider x0 and y0. This is the parameter, okay, through which we have to create a particular center point. And after that, we have to consider the radius and theta value. Radius is represented the particular distance between the x0, y0 to actual location of the arc. Ata, with the help of theta, we have to draw the arc from r to theta value. R is the radius of the arc and x0 and y0 is a center of curvature through which we have to draw the particular curve. The differential equation we get dx is equal to minus r theta d theta and y is equal to r cos theta d theta. From the equation number 1, we have to put the value of r cos theta is equal to x minus x0, means we have to only change the position of the RHS to LHS, and r sin theta is equal to y minus y0. Substitute this value of r cos theta and r sin theta in equation number 2, then we get dx and dy. What is the value of dx? Dx is equal to minus in bracket y minus y0 d theta and dy is equal to x minus x0 into d theta. In this case, the dx and dy indicate the incremental value of x and y to be added in the current point on the arc to get the next point. म्हणजे काय, आपल्याला जी इनिशियल व्हॅल्यू मिळालेली x आणि y ची, प्रत्येक इटरेशनला आपण काय करणार आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये dx and dy ची व्हॅल्यू ऍड करणार आहे, जसं आपण लाईन जनरेशन मध्ये बघितलं. मग whenever we add the dx and dy value in the previous calculated x and y, we get the new x and new y on the arc through which we have to calculate the arc. Then we can write the particular x2 is equal to x1 plus dx, means we already we have x1 value. If we added the dx into the x1, we get the new x, means x2. Same, y2 is equal to y1 plus dy. The same equation is represented with the help of y1 plus x1 minus x0 in bracket into d theta. Same way, we have to calculate x2 is equal to x1 minus in bracket y1 minus y0 bracket complete into d theta. Next point on the arc is function of the theta, means whenever we calculate the next point on the given arc, we need to add the dx and dy in the current x1 and y1 value. To achieve the smooth curve, the value of theta should be a small enough not to leave the gap in the between the arc. Means whenever we add the next iteration dx and dy value in the current point, तर त्याच्यामध्ये जास्त डिस्टन्स किंवा जास्त स्पेस नसली पाहिजे. इफ वी ऍड द लार्जेस्ट व्हॅल्यू वी गेट द डिस्टन्स बिटवीन द 2 पॉइंट्स. मग तो स्मूथ आर्क डिफाईन होईल का? नाही. देअरफॉर मी नीड अ consider the smallest value enough for adding to the particular x1 and y1 through which we get the effective and smooth curve. So we need a particular function d theta is equal to mean in bracket 0 comma 0.01 comma 1 divided by 3.2 into modulus of x minus x0 plus y minus y0, through which we have to calculate the d theta value. With the help of above equation, we get the basic arc generation algorithm, but we define the particular d theta value to the generating the next point on the given arc. To have a smooth curve, the neighboring point on the arc should be close to the each other. So we get the effective or smooth curve. To achieve this, the value of d theta should be small enough not to leave the gap between the arc parameters. So we need a d theta value. With the help of above equations, we generate the actual DD algorithm. First step is read the center of curvature, means we have to read the or we have to accept the x0 and y0 point from the user. After that, read the arc value, means the theta value. Next, we read the starting point of the arc, means x and y value. After that, we need to calculate the d theta with the help of above equation. After calculating the d theta value, we need to initialize the angle, initialize with the 0, because we have to travel from 0 to that angle. So we consider the while loop. In while loop, we consider the condition is angle is less than theta, means initially angle is defined or initialize with the 0. So 0 is less than theta value. If we consider the theta value is 30, so we need to travel 0 less than 30 till the condition get false. After that, we need to follow the number of conditions or number of statements. For example, we need to plot the current xy value, okay, through which this is the starting point of the angle. After that, we need to calculate the next point which is available in the arc. X is equal to x minus y minus y0 into d theta, and we need to calculate y is equal to y plus x minus x0 into d theta, and we shift from angle from 0 to n increment, means 0 to theta increment. So we need to consider the expression is angle is equal to angle plus d theta value, through which we need to consider the while loop till the condition get false. This is the algorithm for generating the arc using the DDA algorithm. Any query in that? After that, the problem is generated in the two curve generation approach. First one is to specify the curve required more information than just it's a endpoint. That means if we consider the particular arc generation algorithm, in that case we need to mention the every point, or we need to mention the end point, starting point, and angle, or the particular center of curvature. So it is difficult to gather all the information. Next one, now clipping algorithm is required to clip the arc. Next is it is difficult to apply the particular transformation. For example, the circle when scaled in a one direction, it become an ellipse. If our algorithm is supported only a circular arc generation, then the ability to scale the picture is limited, because if we scale the particular arc with the help of maximum number, it becomes a ellipse. So the curve generation algorithm for the curve other than the circle or ellipse, we consider the airplane wings, or we consider the car or human faces are complex with the help of DDA. So we need to consider the interpolation technique. So next topic is interpolation. Basically, the interpolation technique is in this in last section or in the D algorithm, we have seen the limitation of the true curve generation approach. So, in practical, we have a deal with some complex curve for which we there is a no mathematical function is available. So, we need to consider the approximation method to calculate or to draw the particular curve. If we have a set of sample points which lie on the particular required curve. Then we can draw the required curve by filling the portion of the curve with the piece of known curve. ओके मीन्स आपल्याकडे काय सॅम्पल पॉइंट्स दिलेले आता सॅम्पल पॉइंट्स दिलेले म्हणजे काय की काहीतरी गॅपने आपल्याकडे सॅम्पल पॉइंट्स दिलेले असतील तर त्याच्यातले दोन सॅम्पल पॉइंट्स आपल्याला नियरेस्ट सॅम्पल पॉइंट्स किंवा नियरेस्ट पॉइंट फाइंड आउट करायचे आणि ते पॉइंट्स आपल्याला स्ट्रेट लाईनने जॉईन करत चालायचे सो त्याच्याने काय होणार आहे कर्व जनरेट होणार आहे okay by filling the portion of curve with the piece of known curve which is passes through nearby the sample points मग त्या sample points मधले जे nearest point असतील त्याच्याने ते join करायचे आणि दोन sample points चा gap fill करायचा with the help of some coordinate value or the particular line segment. The main task in this process is to find the suitable mathematical expression for known curve. There are polynomial trigonometrical equations through which we have to consider the particular interpolation technique. Here we consider the equation. We have a set of sample points. There is a polynomial equation we have to consider. The polynomial function in the parametric form is x is equal to f of x, fx of u, y is equal to fy of u, and z is equal to z of u. Okay. In this consideration, we consider the particular polynomial equation for the three parameter x, y, and z. Suppose we want a polynomial curve x1, y1, z1 to up to xn, yn, and zn means we can define the infinite value to draw the curve that will be passes through the sample points. आता इथे एक सिंपल डायग्राम घेतलेली टू नो दी कर्व आता हा ड्रॉ करायचा आहे सो आता याच्यातले मला सॅम्पल पॉइंट्स माहिती आहे का आता इथे मी सेकंड डायग्राम मध्ये सॅम्पल पॉइंट्स डिफाइन केले आता ते सॅम्पल पॉइंट कोणत्या रिजन मध्ये फिट होतात ओके फिट अ रिजन विद इन द नॉन सॅम्पल पॉइंट तर जे त्या पर्टिक्युलर रिजन मध्ये फिट होतात ते काय करायचे कनेक्ट करायचे विथ द हेल्प ऑफ स्ट्रेट लाईन सेगमेंट then after that we need to calculate the more sample point in between the known sample point okay आता जे दोन सॅम्पल पॉइंट्स माहिती त्या दोघांमधले मला काय करायचे जे नियरेस्ट किंवा त्याच्या नेबरिंग सॅम्पल पॉइंट्स असतील ते कॅल्क्युलेट करायचे आणि जेव्हा मी फाइंड आउट करते नेबरिंग सॅम्पल पॉइंट्स तर ते नेबरिंग सॅम्पल पॉइंट्सला काय केलं जाईल कनेक्ट केलं जाईल लाईन सेगमेंटने आता द डिस्टन्स बिटवीन द टू नेबरिंग सॅम्पल पॉइंट इज लार्ज then the effective smooth curve is not defined. So we need to consider the smallest value for the draw the particular sample points. So we will construct the function as the sum of the terms, one term for each sample point. For example, fx of u is equal to summation of I is equal to 1 to n xi bi u. This equation is same for the fy and fz. So what is the mean by bi value? Okay, it is the blending function. The why we need the blending function? So for each value of the parameter u, it is determined how much ith value affects the position of the curve. Means whenever we consider the blending function, it gives the strength to the particular curve when curve is shifting or tilt to the particular side. So each sample point tries to pull the curve in its direction before gives the strength. Means whenever the particular sample point is pulling the particular point to the their own side, तर तो काय करतो त्याला स्ट्रेंथ प्रोव्हाइड करतो नाही तर कर्व जो कर्वचा शेप असतो तो काय होईल अकॉर्डिंग टू द युजर रिक्वायरमेंट डिफाईन नाही होणार तर कोणत्या पण साईडला काय होईल मॅक्झिमम शिफ्ट होऊन जाईल सो ब्लेंडिंग फंक्शन गिव्ह द स्ट्रेंथ द पर्टिक्युलर point to direct the particular sampling point to the itself. Next is a assume The first sample point x1, y1, z1 has a complete control when u is equal to -1, and the second when u is equal to 0, and last one is u is equal to 1. Means we have to consider the blending function value u is equal to -1, 0 and 1. There is a three cases when the particular blending function is considered. मग आता तिथे तीन कंडिशन्स दिल्या. When u is equal to -1, b1 u is equal to means first blending function ची व्हॅल्यू काय असणार आहे, either 1 0 for u is equal to 1 2 3 up to n minus 2. Next one is a u is equal to 0. We need to calculate blending function 2 is equal to 1 and 0 for u is equal to, आता इथे 0 साठी कॅल्क्युलेट केलंय, सो वी हॅव टू रिमूव्ह द 0, -1 1 up to n minus 2. Next one is equal to n minus 2 is equal to blending function of n number is equal to 1 and 0 for u is equal to -1 0 up to n minus 1. फंक्शन सगळ्यांना समजलंय का कसं कॅल्क्युलेट केलंय? If varies the u is equal to 1, then we need to consider -1 0 up to n minus 2 value. ओके, म्हणजे u ची व्हॅल्यू डिपेंड करते त्याच्या नेक्स्ट कंडिशन साठी. सो we need to get b1 of u is equal to 1 at u is equal to 1 and 0 for u is equal to 0 1 2 up to n minus 2. आता हे एक्सप्रेशन मी डिफाइन करते कॉमन टर्म्स मध्ये. u in bracket u minus 1 u minus 2 up to u minus n minus 2 divided by -1 -2 1 minus n. आता हे एक्झाम्पल वरून आपल्याला कळेल हाऊ टू vary the particular equation depends on the value of u, where denominator term is constant used in general form ith blending function which is the one at u is equal to I minus 2 and 0 for another integer can be a defined as. आता ते कसं डिफाइन करणार आहे चेक करा. bi of u is equal to u plus 1 u minus 1 u minus I minus 3 in bracket complete next bracket into u minus I minus 1 minus u minus I minus 2 divided by I minus 1 I minus 2 I minus 3 1 minus 1 I minus n. According to that we need to calculate the 4 sample points. Okay, in this approximation we need to consider 4 sample points. For reference we need to calculate the 4 blending function for b1 b2 b3 and b4. So we need to calculate b1 is equal to u in bracket or u into 1 minus u into u minus 1 u minus 2 divided by -1 -2 -3. Next one is a b2. Okay, what is the b2? In b2 case we consider u plus 1 u minus 1 u minus 2 means we have to consider the -1 plus 1 value means we need to divided by 1 -1 -2 means आपल्याला काय करायचं जे वरचे पॅरामीटर घेतलेले तेच फक्त खाली मल्टिप्लाय करायचे. b3 is equal to u plus 1 into u in bracket u minus 2. Again we need to mention the 2 1 minus 1 value. b4 is calculated with the help of u plus 1 u minus 1 divided by 3 to 1. Okay, so with the help of this we need to calculate the particular blending function for shifting the or representing the curve. Using the blending function we need to consider the curve passing sample points can be a released as follows. आता ते कसं कॅल्क्युलेट करणार आहे. आता फॉर एक्झाम्पल द particular blending function bi of u is called as a blending function. For each value of parameter u, the blending function determines how much the ith sample point affects the position of the curve. Okay, मग ते काय करणार आहे त्या ब्लेंडिंग फंक्शन वरती डिपेंड असणार आहे की तुमची जी पण सॅम्पल पॉइंटची पोझिशन आहे ती कुठे शिफ्ट होते, म्हणजे तो कर्व कसा जनरेट होतो किंवा त्याला कशी स्ट्रेंथ मिळते. इन अनदर वर्ड्स we can say that the sample point tries to pull the curve its direction and the function of bi is gives the strength to the pulling purpose. मग तो कशासाठी strength provide करतो for pulling that particular sample point the particular direction. If for a value of u, the bi of u is equal to 1 for the unique value, that is bi of u is equal to 0 for another value of I. So according to that we consider the particular equation. For the different value of u, some other sample points may have a complete control to the curve. In such a case, the curve will pass through that point as well. In general, the blending function gives the control of the curve to the each sample point in turn for a different value of u. Let us assume that the first sample point x1, y1 and z1 has complete control when the u is equal to -1 and second is u is equal to 0 and third one is u is equal to 1. Okay. According to that, we consider the particular equation. There is an equation to represent the actual curve. This equation is used in programmatical terms also. X is equal to x1 b1 of u plus x2 b2 of u plus x3 b3 of u plus x4 b4 of u. Same x, y and z is calculated with the help of above function. Only replace y1 z1 with x1 value. It is possible to get an intermediate point between the two sample points by taking the value of u between the value of u related to the two sample point under the condition. For example, in this diagram we consider u value is equal to -1, u is equal to 0, u is equal to 1, u is equal to 2. In between the u is equal to 0 and u is equal to 1, we get a new u points, means we have to calculate the new neighboring points or the new neighboring sample points in between the u0 to u1. For example, u is equal to 1 by 3 and u is equal to 2 by 3. For example, we can find the intermediate point between the second and third sample point for which u is equal to 0 and 1 respectively by taking the value of u between 0 to 1. मग त्या कोणत्या दोन व्हॅल्यू मिळाल्या मला? 1 divided by 3 and 2 divided by 3. The subsequent intermediate point can be obtained by repeating the same procedure. आता मला काय करायची, प्रोसिजर काय करायची, रिपीट करायची अगेन अँड अगेन. So finally the point obtained by this procedure are joined by using the small straight line segment. Okay. So through which we have to generate the curve. Initially there is a 4 sample point is there. 1, 2, 3 and 4 are considered and intermediate point between the 2 and 3 are obtained. म्हणजे मी काय केला, हा u - 1 म्हणजे काय, हा फर्स्ट पॉइंट, u is equal to 0 म्हणजे सेकंड पॉइंट, u is equal to 1 means third point and u is equal to 2 means fourth point. So we have to consider the intermediate point between the 2 and 3 are obtained. Then the sample point at one end is discarded and the sample point at the another end is added to get the new sample points. म्हणजे मला कोणते दोन sample points मिळाले? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So again we have to consider 3 and 4 is approximated value. So subsequent intermediate point can be obtained by repeating the same procedure. Again we have to repeat the same position. Initial and final position of the curve is particular consideration the 4 point 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get the new region to draw the curve. Okay. आता असं प्रत्येक पोझिशन वरती काय केलं गेलं, त्यांनी अप्लाय करत गेले. सो याच्याने काय केलं, तुम्हाला नवीन नवीन सॅम्पल पॉइंट स्क्रीन वरती मिळाले. मग ते दोन सॅम्पल पॉइंट्स आपण कशाने जॉईन करतो, स्ट्रेट लाईन सेगमेंटने जॉईन करतो. म्हणजे आता फॉर एक्झाम्पल मला सॅम्पल पॉइंट द्यायचे u -1, 0, 1 and 2. ओके. मग इन बिटवीन द सॅम्पल पॉइंट्स मी नेबरिंग सॅम्पल पॉइंट फाइंड आउट केले. नेबरिंग सॅम्पल पॉइंट्स फाइंड आउट केल्यानंतर जो ऍक्च्युअल सॅम्पल पॉइंट आहे तो रिमूव्ह केला आणि फक्त नेबरिंग सॅम्पल पॉइंट जर कनेक्ट केले तर मला स्मूथ कर्व काय मिळणार आहे, कन्सिडर करून मिळणार आहे. सो आता अकॉर्डिंग टू दॅट वी नीड टू कन्सिडर द प्रोग्रामॅटिकल फॉर्मॅट. आता त्याचा अल्गोरिदम काय असणार आहे, फर्स्ट वी गेट दी सॅम्पल पॉइंट्स. आपल्याला काय करावं लागणार आहे, एंड युजर कडनं सॅम्पल पॉइंट्स घ्यावे लागतील. नेक्स्ट डिटरमाइन द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ यू टू डिटरमाइन द इंटरमिजिएट पॉइंट. आपल्याला यू ची व्हॅल्यू फाइंड करायची फॉर डिटरमाइनिंग द इंटरमिजिएट पॉइंट इन बिटवीन द सॅम्पल्स. आफ्टर दॅट कॅल्क्युलेट द ब्लेंडिंग फंक्शन फॉर मिडल सेक्शन ऑफ द कर्व. ओके, जसं मी 0 आणि 1 मधल्या म्हणजे सेकंड आणि थर्ड पॉइंट मधले सॅम्पल सेक्शन फाइंड आउट केले, तसंच मला त्याचे ब्लेंडिंग फंक्शन फाइंड आउट करायचे. अगेन वी नीड टू फाइंड आउट द ब्लेंडिंग फंक्शन व्हॅल्यू फॉर द फर्स्ट सेक्शन ऑफ द कर्व. मीन्स -1 आणि 0 म्हणजे फर्स्ट टू साठी काय करायचे, इन बिटवीन सॅम्पल पॉइंट फाइंड आउट करायचे. अगेन लास्ट सेक्शन साठी म्हणजे थर्ड आणि फोर्थ सेक्शन साठी, म्हणजे थर्ड आणि फोर्थ मधलं जे सेक्शन आहे त्याच्यासाठी मला कर्व फाइंड आउट करायचा. म्हणजे आधी मिडचा केला, फर्स्ट सेक्शनचा केला, थर्ड लास्ट सेक्शनचा केला. मल्टिप्लाय ऑल दी सॅम्पल पॉइंट्स बाय ब्लेंडिंग फंक्शन टू गिव्ह द अप्रॉक्सिमेशन कर्व. मी काय केलं, ते सगळे सॅम्पल पॉइंट्स काय काय मल्टिप्लाय केले आणि वी गेट दी ऍक्च्युअल approximation curve. Connect that particular sample points with the help of straight line segment and stop, through which we get the actual smooth curve with the help of interpolation technique. कोणाला काही क्वेरी आहे? एनी क्वेरी?